my visualization, I decided to use the topic of baseball. Baseball is just a game, but by looking deeper, you can find some sociological aspects. This is called baseball sociology. Sociology is the study of the development and structure of human society. Baseball sociology is a way of viewing how the game functions in the society in which it is played and how society impacts the game. Specifically in 2020, this is shown. In this visualization, the two topics that I'm going to use to relate baseball to sociology is race and gender. As we learned, race is a group of people who share a similar set of characteristics. Gender is a social position and set of attributes that are associated with sex identities. These two sociological terms are very much a part of baseball today, and they have grown and changed over the years. The object I made was a brochure, and I split it into two parts, one for gender and one for race. The first part is about race, and I talk about how race has come a long way in not only baseball but in all sports. I also talk about how Jackie Robinson started this change when he became the first African American to play in the MLB in 1946. This chart starts in 1947, 1 year after Jackie Robinson broke into the MLB. This shows the rise in race and ethnicity in the MLB. The baseball season normally starts in March, but this year, due to the coronavirus, the first Major League Baseball game was played on July 23rd. In light of everything going on today with racism and the Black Lives Matter movement, MLB has been trying to raise awareness. This is a picture of a ceremony that each team took part in before their opening day games. A black cloth was stretched around the field, and everyone on each team held onto it for a moment of silence and then a recorded speech from Morgan Freeman. The MLB logo with BLM standing for Black Lives Matter was posted on the back of the pitcher's mound of every stadium during opening day. It just so happens that MLB is backwards of BLM. These are images that I saw while watching these games. MLB made sure to pan the camera to these particular moments to show unity. These are powerful images to show that the MLB cares. In the second part of my brochure, I talk about how there has never been a woman in the MLB until 2020. There have been plenty of female reporters and even ball girls down the foul lines, but never has there been a woman on an MLB roster. This is Alyssa Mackin, and although she won't be toeing the mound or stepping into the batter's box, she made history. She became the first woman on an MLB coaching staff. She's on the roster and she gets a uniform as she coaches first base for the San Francisco Giants. This could be a breakthrough just like Jackie Robinson. Who knows what's in store for women in the MLB? This was the sociological side to baseball. Baseball sociology is a real thing that is becoming very apparent in 2020. Baseball is just a game, but the MLB is actually trying to raise awareness for the inequality that we see in our society. And now, women are being accepted openly on MLB rosters. This is a big step for not only MLB, but the society in general. Race and gender were two important topics that we covered in sociology. We took a full chapter on each of these topics. These two sociological topics can be seen in the game of baseball just by looking deeper into the game. A lot of people watch baseball, and a lot of kids look up to these baseball players as role models. When kids see pictures like I showed earlier of players in unity, it gives them a positive perspective on what life could be. Major League Baseball is doing a good job in raising awareness and also creating unity in our society.